Welcome back, everyone. Matt and Anthony from the Pitti Group Wealth Management, and this is the Finance Things in Life. Today, we're going to be talking about IRAs.
More specifically, traditional and Roth. What's the difference? What should I be invested in? Is there something that is best route for me depending on my age, or what should I be thinking about in regards to traditional or Roth IRAs, and what is a IRA?
Yeah, what is an IRA? Can we start with that?
Yeah, what is an IRA? It's an individual retirement account.
Bingo. So an IRA is an investment that you want to put money away for retirement.
One thing I get this question sometimes is an IRA something that is something through my employer? It's not. It's an individual, so it's run through you. So it's something that's held outside of your employer that you can contribute to, as well as contributing to a employer-sponsored plan.
No, I think you have a future topic there. Discussion.
Employer-sponsored retirement plans?
I think so.
Note it.
Yeah. But today we're going to be talking about IRAs. So individual retirement accounts. More specifically, we're going to be talking about the Roth and the traditional and what the difference is and what's going to be more beneficial for you. So most people know what a traditional IRA is. A traditional IRA is pre-tax money. It's going to go into the IRA. You are going to get the tax deduction. And then when you take the money out in retirement, you're then going to pay tax. So think of it this way. You make $50,000. You put $5,000 into your traditional IRA account. Your taxable income for that year is going to be $45,000.
Easy math.
Yeah.
And then there are also contribution limits.
Mm-hmm.
What's the contribution limit for 2025? Is it $7,000?
$7,000.
Yeah.
So if you're over the age of 50, you get an additional catch-up contribution of $1,000. So you can do $8,000 total if you're over the age of 50. But for this year, for 2025, it is $7,000 for your contribution limit.
Yeah. And that's the same for the Roth IRA as well.
Mm-hmm.
And for those of you who are asking, what's a Roth IRA? Exact opposite. So instead of getting that tax deduction now, you're going to get that tax deduction later. So the way to think about this is, when I try to explain it, is, it's going to be hard to know if I'm going to be working in retirement, but I like to plan for two different scenarios. If I'm going to be working in retirement, or if I might have high income in retirement. If I'm going to be working in retirement or have high income in retirement, I want to have the opportunity to pull that money from somewhere else. So with the Roth IRA, I'm paying taxes now, and then in retirement, when I take that money out, I'm not paying taxes. Also, a caveat, which we didn't touch base on with the traditional, with a Roth IRA, I don't have to pay an RMD. Mm-hmm. And with an RMD it's a required minimum distribution. So essentially what the government is telling you is you have to take money out of this account when you hit 73? 73.
It used to be 70 and a half. Then with the Secure Act, they changed that to 72. Then Secure Act 2.0, they changed that to 73. There are talks about it going to 74, but currently the required minimum distribution age is 73.
Yeah, so essentially, based on your life expectancy and the value of your account as of, I believe it's December 31st, basically the end of the year, they give you an amount that you have to take out of that account every year. And if you don't take that money out, you get penalized on it. So the nice thing about the Roth IRA is there's no one telling you have to take an RMD. So as far as a different income plan for taking money out in retirement, that Roth IRA just gives you another option.
Yeah, so, if we go back to traditional IRA, the benefits are you get the tax deduction now. If you're looking to save on taxes, if you want to kind of reduce your taxable income now, a traditional IRA is the way to go. But keep in mind, and try to simplify things a little bit, but, let's say you do make $50,000, you're going to put $5,000 into that traditional IRA. That IRA grows to, let's say, $50,000 in retirement. You're now going to pay taxes on that $50,000. So you really only got a tax break on that first $5,000.
Mm-hmm.
So keep that in mind. So if you're a younger investor and you're thinking about putting away money, for a long period of time, a Roth may make more sense than a traditional. One, you're probably making your future income is probably going to be more. If you're especially a young investor starting out, a new job, and the benefit of that Roth is, you're putting that money in now. You're paying tax on it. So if you make $50,000, you put $5,000 in, you're going to pay tax on that $50,000. But if that same $5,000 grows to $50,000 in retirement, you're now getting tax-free income.
Yep. All those earnings are tax-free now.
Yep. Depending on what you think your future income is going to be, whether you're a younger investor, a Roth may make more sense versus a traditional IRA.
Yeah. And if you have a traditional IRA right now and you think, did I miss the boat on the Roth IRA? Like, I've got all this money in a traditional IRA. I wish it was in a Roth IRA. Good news is you can do something about that. It's called a Roth conversion. Essentially, if you have a traditional IRA and only a traditional IRA, you can open up a Roth IRA and you can do a conversion to that Roth IRA. Keep in mind, you are now paying taxes on it. Mm-hmm. But if you were, young enough where it makes sense, I would take that tax now and then just have that remainder growth of tax or tax-free growth after that. Yeah. So there is something you can do about it if you haven't taken advantage of it yet.
Yeah. A lot of time, a Roth conversion may make sense in a volatile market when the markets are down.
Yes.
So we talk to clients a lot about this. In a down market, let's say your account's down 10, 15,
like
whatever.
A month ago.
Yeah. You could then do the Roth conversion, pay tax on a lower amount, knowing if you at least believe in the markets that they're going to be going back up. You can do that Roth conversion, and then when those assets grow and then become larger than what they were originally, that's all going to be tax-free.
Yeah. What an awesome opportunity. If you had 20 grand in an IRA, markets correct, go down, let's say your account drops $5,000, you just saved $5,000 worth of taxes. Well, not $5,000 worth of taxes, but taxes on $5,000.
Yeah.
If you were to do that conversion. So yeah, that's a great point.
Yeah. Another question we get a lot is, well, why don't I just do both? And you can, but you cannot max out both a traditional and a Roth. You can contribute to both. You can put money into both. It doesn't matter what the ratio is, but you combined cannot contribute more than $7,000. If you're under the age of 50, and if you're over the age of 50, it's $8,000 combined. So you can do 4 and 4, you can do 3 and 5, you can do 500 and 1,000. It doesn't matter. But combined, your IRA contributions cannot be more than the limit.
Yep. Yeah, that's a good point. I don't know. I feel like it's kind of, I don't want to say cut and dry, but that is the advantages of the IRA. If you're looking at it, and this could be another topic for another day, but if you're looking at it as I'm contributing, X amount to my employer-sponsored plan, like a 401k or a 403b or 457b, but I want something else, this is your something else. This is a way where you get a little bit more control over where your retirement assets are going and kind of what you're invested in. So just another opportunity to continue to save for retirement. Like we say all the time, life expectancies are increasing. People are living longer. Social Security is who knows what's going to happen, right? Yeah, so this is just another opportunity to save and continue to prepare for retirement and your financial future.
Yeah. And another thing to keep in mind, questions that we get, the IRA contributions are not affected by what you put into a retirement plan. So you can max out
good point.
Your retirement plan, and you can also max out your IRA. Depending on if there are income limits for traditional and Roth IRA. So that's something to kind of check whether you're surpassing those income thresholds. But you can contribute to both a retirement plan and your IRA. So, with that being said, some plans don't offer, so this is looking at retirement plans, some plans don't offer a Roth feature. So that might be something where if you're in a 401k plan or a retirement plan that is only traditional, a Roth IRA might make more sense for you, so you can at least kind of diversify.
Diversify
those assets a little bit.
Yep.
Think of when you finally retire. Let's say you need to spend, or you're looking to withdraw X amount of your assets out of your IRA or Roth IRA, and there's an tax bracket increase at a certain income level, and you're right around that level. You could take a portion from your traditional IRA, and then the remaining portion that you need of income, you take from your Roth, and then that way you can stay in that lower tax bracket.
Yep. Yeah, that's a great example of just strategic planning when it comes to retirement planning that not everyone understands or knows unless you ask the question or you hear about it from somewhere. Yeah, that's a really good point where you can kind of evade paying a little bit more in taxes if you don't.
Listen, we've said it before. Death and taxes.
Death and taxes, yeah.
It's the only thing that's certain in life.
Taxes being more certain than death at this point.
But yeah, we appreciate you guys tuning in. Hopefully you can kind of now understand the difference between a Roth IRA and a traditional IRA and what might make more sense for you. Obviously, if you have questions or want to learn a little bit more or kind of go into the weeds a little bit more on what might make more sense,
or what you should be invested in or how much you should be contributing, we're happy to cover those things for you and help you out any way we can.
All right. Appreciate you guys tuning in, and we'll be back soon.
Thanks.